Hey guys, welcome back. Today I wanted to test whether or not the month of January could predict the overall return for the entire year. I remember reading about this concept in a book a while back and wanted to test this idea to see whether or not this claim is true. The concept was if the market closed positive for the month of January, then we would see a positive return in the market overall. But if the market was negative for the month of January, then we should expect to see a negative return for the entire year. We're going to start off by requiring QuantMod to get data from Yahoo Finance, and in this example I'm going to be using the SPY. So let's go ahead and assign our ticker and get data. So let's go ahead and run that. Now from the data I'm going to extract monthly returns and also yearly returns saved into these variables. Now I'll use split to break down my monthly returns into years. And since this is going to return a list, I need to extract the very first month out of every year. So I'll be running do call rbind to extract the very first month out of each year. So let's run this block and we'll take a look at the first month. Now I have extracted all the Januaries for each year, and here back in our script I will then add the annual returns so that we can compare the returns side by side. And I'll go ahead and do that by passing in each row in my first month data frame. And if we open this up, for each of the rows I'm going to extract the year by formatting the index, and then I'll get the yearly return by passing in that index and then combining the two, formatting the column names and returning that table. So if we run this and we'll take a look at RETs, we have 30 observations. So we have the year, the return for January, and the return for the year. Now what I'll do is add a column to test whether or not the signs are the same for January and for the year. If the signs are the same, meaning both of these are positive or both of these are negative, we will return a 1. If they're opposites, it will return a 0. So here back in our script, I'll go ahead and test that by comparing the signs for the month of January and for the year. So let's go ahead and add that. Now by using that column, we could split for true cases and false cases. So let's take a look at both. We have 13 total cases where the signs differed, and for the true cases we have 17. And now that we have these subsets, we can test for accuracy. We're going to divide the true cases and false cases by the total number of rows in RETs. So if we run these and we'll take a look at the console, for the true cases we have an accuracy of about 57%, whereas the false cases or cases that differed were only 43%. Since this data goes back to 1993, let's run this example using the SPX in order for us to have more data points. So let's go ahead and minimize this, go back to the top of the script. We're going to change this to GSPC, which is the S&P 500. And for the year, I'm going to go back to 1920. We'll go ahead and run this. Alright, so now for the false cases, we have 29 years versus the true cases sitting at 67. And out in the console, we now have an accuracy of close to 70%. Based off of this example, it does seem that there is some sort of correlation between the month of January and the overall year. I would consider 70% to be fairly accurate. But this concludes the video, guys. I just wanted to share this idea with you. Let me know what you guys think and whether or not you believe this is just coincidence. I'll leave a link down in the description area to my Patreon where you can find the script. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.